Welcome to the demonstration of how to complete the newly revised transfer assessment. You have just watched a video on how to assess a resident's transfer status based on their physical abilities. Now we will walk you through how to document the lift and transfer assessment in the electronic health record. In Point-Click Care, go to the Assessment tab and click on You. From the drop-down, select the Lift and Transfer Assessment. The types of assessments include change of status, current unsafe transfer level, fluctuating transfer status, mobility change due to CVA or hemiplegia, new amputation, other, or significant weight change. In this case, we will select change of status and click on Save. Again, indicate the reason for the assessment. Under question 1A, there is a list of conditions that will affect a resident's transfer status. Review the list and select all that apply. If you select any of the listed conditions, you will automatically be prompted to refer to the physiotherapist for further assessment and treat the resident as dependent until the physiotherapy assessment is completed. If the resident has none of these conditions, select none of the above and ensure you indicate any notes in the Other Comment section. Then proceed to the next section titled Comprehension and Cooperation. Review each question under all sections, starting with Comprehension and Cooperation. As you answer the questions, the assessment will expand or contract based on each answer as shown in this demonstration. If there's a point in the assessment that requires a physiotherapy assessment based on the answers in your previous questions, you will receive a highlighted message to indicate that you will be required to refer to the physiotherapist for further assessment and treat the resident as dependent until the physiotherapy assessment is completed. For purposes of continuing, let's move on. Next is the bed and hip mobility. Again, with each response, the assessment will contract or expand. Next, balance and trunk control, upper limb strength, lower limb strength, and weight-bearing abilities. At this point, we will click on Save and generate the transfer level. The score and transfer level will appear on the top right corner of the page. For this demonstration, the transfer assessment score indicates that this resident is a supervised transfer. Based on the information, we will continue completing the rest of the assessment. Scroll down to the Assistance Level section and select the transfer assistance level that corresponds to the transfer level that was just generated at the top right corner of the assessment. Proceed through the assessment. Now you'll indicate the transfer method by identifying the number of staff required to transfer the resident and any mobility aids required by the resident. Now here is an example of a resident with a higher transfer level. For question 1, under bed and hip mobility, we indicated that the resident is unable to move their hips from side to side. This answer automatically prompts us to click Save to generate the transfer level and review at the top right corner of the assessment. Click Save. The transfer score indicates that the resident is a maximum assist total ceiling lift. Based on this, proceed to the assistance level section and select the corresponding transfer level. You will then be prompted to indicate the transfer method and follow each of the questions as listed. The hygiene system type, floor lift type, ceiling system type, the number of staff required for transfer, and any mobility aid required. For residents who require a mechanical lift for transfer, the assessment will expand to the sling size section. In question 2 of section 5, select the weight range that the resident's weight falls under. The resident's most recent weight is required to complete this section. Review the resident's most recent weight. Their last weight was 73 kilograms. Enter in the weight. The next section is the sling height measurement. Complete the measurement using the sling manufacturer's measuring tape. This can be obtained from your supervisor. Use the height value to identify the appropriate height range in question 3 of section 5. Please note, if the size falls between two sizes, it is recommended to select the smaller size. If the sling size, weight versus coccyx to head length is more than 2 sizes apart, please notify the supervisor of care to arrange further assessment for a customized sling. At this point, the assessment indicates that the resident requires a medium-sized sling for the resident to have a safe transfer. Finally, click on Save, Sign, Lock, and Exit button. This will generate a progress note. This completes the demonstration of how to document the lift and transfer assessment in the electronic health record system. If you have any questions, please contact your supervisor of care and program support nurse for further information. Thank you.